Hello there, this is Ty the Movie Guy, and June is almost coming to an end, so you know what that means. We are almost halfway through the year of 2025. So in today's video, we are going to stop and rank my top 10 most anticipated movies of the second half of 2025. And with all that said, let's get started.
Fire, you son of a great power comes great responsibility.
My brother and a
You do this all day. I am Iron Man. Why so serious?
Now I am the Condor, the destroyer of worlds.
Starting off our list at number 10, we have One Battle After Another, and this movie has two big things going for it that I'm really excited for. Starting with our director, Paul Thomas Anderson. He's just a director that I like quite a few of his movies and everything, and this will be the first movies of his that I will be seeing in theaters, so I'm really excited for that. But the big thing I'm really excited for in this film is our lead actor, Leonardo DiCaprio, coming back. He's easily one of my favorite actors of all time, and I think he kind of just knows he's one of the top dogs because he's at the point in his career where as he gets older, he just kind of like picks and chooses what he wants to be in every couple of years. Like, you know, most actors, they're in at least like, I don't know, 3 movies a year, but this guy, he just kind of like only picks out like the really good movies that he wants to be in, like with Killers of the Flower Moon a couple of years ago, and now of course with this film. So if he wants to be in this film and he's excited for this film and everything like that, then I am also going to be really excited for this film. We're gonna ignore Don't Look Up. I don't know what he had with that whole film. That movie was so ass. I don't know why he was in that. Ignore that. But yeah, just seeing like he just really wants to work with like the top talent, with of course like Scorsese and Paul Thomas Anderson and everything like that. So yeah, that just gets me really excited that if he wants to be in this film and everything, like such a prestigious actor like him, I am of course going to be very excited for this film as well. But the one thing kind of holding it back and keeping it at my number 10 spot is just the trailer didn't totally sell me on this film. We still don't know exactly what the whole plot's gonna be about. It's something about how Leonardo DiCaprio kind of like marries a woman who's like a revolutionary, and because he marries into her family and everything, he also becomes a revolutionary or something like that. And that could be interesting, but yeah, I just don't know too much yet to like really get excited. But yeah, what I'm really excited for so far is just director and the actor, and yeah, just seeing them working together for the first time is also really exciting, and I like both of their past work. So all in all, that's why this film comes in number 10. Coming in 9th place, we have Tron Arise, and this is a film that I have not seen the first two, the original Tron and Tron Legacy, but I will definitely check those out prior to this film. I'll probably watch them like right before this one comes out or whatever to prepare and everything. But this is a film that I'm excited for, mainly because I have a friend who's really excited for this film, and I've said several times before, whenever a friend of mine comes to me and says, hey, this movie looks cool, we should go see that, I get really excited and giddy and everything, like, yes, I don't have to drag someone to a movie for once. So yeah, like whenever someone else is interested, it just gets me excited that like, yeah, I get to take someone to a film without like feeling like I'm dragging them along and everything like that. So yeah, I'm really excited for that aspect. And also the trailer that came out a couple months ago looked really cool, just like the whole vibe of everything, and how like all the Tron characters and everything were coming to the real world or whatever. That looks kind of interesting too, and how they like chopped a police car in half and everything. So yeah, I like know nothing about this franchise basically. I'm guessing it's like a video game, like they go into a video game world and now the video game world is coming to the real world or whatever. I know nothing about that. It's just, yeah, the vibe looks really cool and everyone's excited for Nine Inch Nails and everything, and I've been getting to a little bit of their songs lately too. So yeah, just the vibe, the songs, the excitement that my friend has for this film and everything is all really excited. And I was kind of gonna be excited for seeing Jared Leto in this film, but recently he's been quite controversial, so I don't know if it's a little like with what he's been accused of lately. So I'm also curious, like this movie's probably like really expensive, so they're probably gonna like go forward with it, but I feel like Jared Leto's whole controversy lately might make this film bomb or something, which is kind of worrying for Disney or whatever. But yeah, all in all, it's gonna be an interesting film at least, and the whole thing surrounding it and everything, the vibe, the music, taking my friend and everything, that's all I'm really excited for. So that's why it comes in 9th place. Coming in 8th place, we have Nobody 2, and this is just kind of plain and simple with this film. I quite liked the first one a couple years ago, so of course I'm going to be excited for this one, and I kind of like consider this film, the original film at least, kind of like older John Wick, basically. That's just kind of what it feels like. It's just kind of like revenge story, really cool action and everything, but it's an older guy and he's like a family man and everything. So yeah, if you don't know, I love John Wick, so kind of this is like, I'm pretty sure also the same team as John Wick, so that's also really exciting. But yeah, just kind of take the John Wick revenge formula and like transfer it into like an older man, family, father type thing, and you have like a really, really cool, interesting story and film and everything. And so with this sequel, the whole vacation aspect of it also could be really exciting and fun and everything. And just, yeah, this just seems also like just kind of a fun night at the movies with some friends and everything. And I also do have friends who quite like the original, so once again, it's like, yes, a movie I'm not dragging my friends to. So I like the first one. I like the vacation aspect. I like Bob Odenkirk. And yeah, all of it looks like a fun night at the movies. Coming in 7th place, we have The Running Man. And this is a lot like One Battle After Another in the sense where I'm just really excited for our director-actor combo, starting with our director, Edgar Wright. He's just a director that I quite like lots of his films, specifically like Baby Driver and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. He's just got kind of like this unique kind of flair to him where he like is big on like music, of course, and it just kind of like snappy kind of humor to him. And it's hard to explain what his style is, but it's like, if you've seen all of his films, you kind of like can tell they have a similar vibe. So I'm really excited seeing that into The Running Man. And also our lead actor is Glenn Powell, who is like kind of a new up and coming actor lately with films like Top Gun Maverick and Twisters and everything like that. So yeah, he's just really up and coming lately. I'm really excited to see him in a leading role once again. And also I have seen the 90s Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it was a pretty solid action movie and whatever. It's kind of like not top Arnold Schwarzenegger, but you know, it's in the middle of his kind of filmography and whatever. And yeah, I can see it kind of be transferred into a more modern version of like someone getting entered into like a game show where they gotta like go and kill each other and whatever like that. So yeah, I can see it be molded into like this modern version, and I'm excited seeing Glenn Powell in the lead. Of course, I'm very excited seeing Edgar Wright transfer The Running Man into his own version and whatever and like that. So all in all, that's why this film comes in 7th place. Coming in 6th place, we have Happy Gilmore 2, and plain and simple, I'm excited for this film solely because I was a big fan of the original film that came out in the 90s. It's just one of my favorite comedies of all time. Adam Sandler was just like at the top of his game in the 90s doing his like stupid slapstick comedy and all of that, and I just ate that up as a little kid. So I'm excited seeing him play this character one last time in this new film coming out in a month. And this is probably the film on this list that I am excited for it, but it is like the most likely to not be a good film. It just has like a lot going against it. Just basically legacy sequels, they don't have the best track record. You got your Top Gun Maverick, which can be like even better than the original, and then you can kind of just get something like this where it's just like, did we need it? Did anyone ask for it? It's like, yes, I really like the original, and yes, I'm gonna watch this and everything, but I just doubt it's gonna be a good movie whatsoever. And then also it is a Netflix streaming movie, and yeah, just Netflix doesn't have the best track records with their movies in general. Adam Sandler's been doing like a ton of Netflix movies lately. They must have like some big contract together, and I don't know if I've seen many of his Netflix movies, for good reason, because none of them really look that good. And then also this also gives like a big Beverly Hills Cop vibe, because Netflix did do a legacy sequel to that film last year, and that film wasn't great either. So yeah, it's just all of it, just the legacy sequel, the Netflix streaming thing, it's just it's all kind of icky. It's not that good whatsoever, but it just, you know, it's really pulling on the nostalgia for the original film. So yes, of course I'm going to be watching it day one, and because it's streaming, it's an easier pill to swallow because I don't have to go out and pay for it or whatever. So like, yeah, there's that aspect where I won't feel as disappointed watching a bad movie. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be a bad movie, but I just really like the original, and I'm really excited to see this character come back. But I'm excited, but it's probably going to be bad. Coming in 5th place, we have Predator Badlands, and I'm just a really big fan of the original Predator films, but also Prey from a couple years ago and Predator Killer of Killers from a couple weeks ago. And both those past two Predator films were both by the same director, who's also doing this new film. So this guy is basically just become becoming like the new Predator guy who just like who's already got like 3 Predator films under his belt. So I'm just really excited for that. And he has proven twice now that he knows the source material and he knows how to make good Predator films. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. The trailer that we got a couple months ago was also really exciting, like giving a little bit of a tease what the film is. We still don't know like much about the plot whatsoever, but all we really know so far is like it's on like an alien planet, which is like really cool and exciting and unique. One of the Predators is like the protagonist, which is also really exciting. And there's like a little bit of an alien tease, like the androids from Alien were teased in that trailer. So are they teasing a good Alien versus Predator film for once? Hopefully that'd be really exciting. And because it's all the same director of the past 2 films, I'm also thinking we might get like a bit of a crossover with this new film. Like Predator Killer of Killers, spoiler alert, did tease the girl from Prey at the end of that film. So could both those films be leading up to this film as like this kind of like somewhat of a new Predator trilogy, and this is like the culmination of both of those films coming together? So yeah, all in all, this director Dan something Tread, I don't know his name, I'm not going to try his last name, but yeah, Dan something, he did a really great job on the past 2 Predator films, so he has just proved himself as the Predator guy. So I'm really excited for his next film that is like theatrically released, because the past 2 weren't. So yeah, I'm really excited for that, and I'm expecting big things and like kind of like a team up event like the Avengers of Predators. So yeah, that's why this film comes in 5th place. Coming in 4th place, we have Jurassic World Rebirth. And like I said in my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025, I'm just a big fan of the Jurassic franchise in general, specifically of course Jurassic Park and everything. So of course I am going to see the next iteration in this franchise, good or bad. I will be there to see this film, of course. And you know, the cast with Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali and everything, they are interesting and I like them from other films. But what I'm really excited for in this film is our director Gareth Edwards. And yeah, he is just a guy who has like a great filmography of like past films that kind of just fit this vibe with, of course, like The Creator, Rogue One, Godzilla, Monsters, just all those films perfectly like encapsulate like what like kind of like a Jurassic World film should be, with like, you know, the sci-fi and like the monsters. So like yeah, this guy is like practically like, besides Steven Spielberg, he is like the perfect pick for a Jurassic World film. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what he brings to the table and everything. And I'm just, from the trailers we've gotten, there's been like some really cool different action scenes and everything like that. And I know people are a little skeptical on the whole hybrid monster thing, because you know that was already done in like the past Jurassic World films, and people are kind of sick of that. Me personally, yes, it's been done before, but I don't mind it, honestly. Like the Rancor looking dinosaur does actually look really cool. And also just the serious tone to this film and the inspiration they're taking from the book. I didn't read the book, but I know there's like a scene where like a T-Rex is like stalking a boat in the river, and we can easily see that scene in the trailer. So I'm really excited for that scene and everything. So yeah, all in all, I just love this franchise, and I think Gareth Edwards is practically like a perfect pick for this film. So that's why this film comes in 4th place. Coming in 3rd place, we have The Smashing Machine, and this is kind of like the biggest surprise of the whole list, basically. This film kind of just jumped up a lot once I saw the trailer, because prior to the trailer of this film, it was kind of just like, oh, The Rock's gonna be in a wrestling movie. Oh, could this be like his first good acting role? And I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds kind of exciting. I'd like to see The Rock in like a serious film like this and everything. And then the trailer came out, and I'm like, whoa. Yeah, I can see what people are talking about now. I see the vibe and everything, and I just really love like sports biopics and everything like this. Just everything about this film just really like really jumps out at me. Just yeah, I'm really excited to see if like The Rock can kind of show what he's got. Like, you know, I don't hate The Rock. I know some people like really hate him. I feel like he's been in his own lane. He kind of knows what he's been doing. He's like, you know, the stereotypical action guy. He's been properly placed in the roles he's meant to be in. but this is definitely like a big step up for him, and I'm really excited to see what he can do in like a serious role. Of course, also he's going to be in a Scorsese film, so this is kind of like a little taste of what he can also deliver in the Scorsese film coming up. So yeah, I'm just really excited to see what he can deliver in a film like this. And just from the trailer, I'm like, holy shit, like that's The Rock. One, it doesn't look like him, and two, yeah, I've never seen him act like this before, so I'm really excited for that. I'm also really excited to see Emily Blunt come back, of course, after Oppenheimer. Anyone in Oppenheimer, if they're in a new film, I'll be excited for that, of course. And also, yeah, Benny Safdie is the director of this film, and yeah, I love sports biopics. I also love Frank Sinatra. If you put Frank Sinatra in a trailer, I'm gonna eat that up as well. Specifically, Frank Sinatra's song My Way. If you put that in a trailer, I will eat it up. So yeah, this film is just like, it was kind of like, I was a little bit interested hearing about The Rock playing this role and everything, but then once I saw the trailer, I'm like, oh my god, this just really bumped up in my most anticipated list. So yeah, that is why it is in third place. Coming in second place, we have Fantastic Four: First Steps. And you know me, I am a huge Marvel guy, so any Marvel movie, good or bad, I will be seeing it day one if I have the chance to. And with this one, this is very exciting that the Fantastic Four are finally joining the MCU. And like I've said before, the Fantastic Four has not had the best run of past films, so I like to think that the MCU kind of knows that and they want to do it right for once. So and you know, they bought the rights to Fantastic Four a while ago, but they kind of took their time to iron out the kinks and everything, and now we're finally gonna see Marvel's first family. So yeah, I'm really excited for all of that, and specifically seeing Thunderbolts like a month ago, it just gets me even more excited for this film. The little Fantastic Four tease that we got in Thunderbolts, just yeah, Thunderbolts in general kind of like reignited my excitement for this movie and Avengers next year. If you haven't seen Thunderbolts yet, go check that out, because yeah, it just really got me excited for the future of Marvel, including this film. And also with this film, I'm really digging the cast, honestly. I know people have been very questionable on it, specifically Pedro Pascal, but you know, I love Pedro Pascal, so I say let's give him a chance. I think he'll do a great job. Last time I talked about it, we finally like got to see more footage and trailers and everything, and yeah, just everything I'm seeing is really cool. The retro futuristic vibe and like the things design and everything is just ripped straight from the comics and everything. Everyone's like speculating like, will the Fantastic Four lose to Galactus and come to like the main universe, and that all sounds just really cool, and I would be really excited if something like that were to happen and everything like that. So yeah, all in all, I'm just really excited for this film, of course, because it's Marvel, and of course because it's just such like an important team in the whole Marvel mythology, basically. So yeah, that's why this film is coming in second place. But of course, coming in first place, once again, we have Superman. And what's there to say about this film? I have just been excited for this film for so long, because I consider this the Iron Man of the DCU, the starting point of this whole franchise. And of course, just like I said before, you want to start with a bang, and I really hope this is a bang, and I feel like it will be a bang thanks to our boy James Gunn. He's just been really like teasing everything and dropping little like character castings and just little like info and tidbits, and I love how active he is on just different social media, and like just how fans just ask him questions and he like will just answer them and whatever, and then it just gets me even more excited for the film just with whatever he says about it and all of that. And I love like all the castings of all the characters, like specifically David Cornsweet, who isn't known for too many films, but I'm like totally fine with that. I'm really excited to see him in this film, and I hope it like blows up his career and everything. And yeah, I love all the other castings and everything, and I just love the hope of this film. It just feels so hopeful, and it really feels like the 70s films, and it to me it feels like the good of both different Superman, like between Henry Cavill and Christopher Reeves. Like it's got like the hope and optimism of everything of Christopher Reeves, but then it's also got like the interconnectivity and everything of like the DCEU, and just like put it all together, and it just gets me like really excited for this film. Also, a little side note is if you're a Snyder fan, please shut up. You guys are just so annoying. Just like any clip of this film, you'll be like, look at that, it looks stupid. It's like, oh my god, it's so annoying. It's like, yes, I like the Snyderverse, but it didn't work. Like barely anyone liked it, so it only made sense to like move on. So just like give this movie a chance. Like like, yes, the Snyderverse was good, but it didn't work. So just like move on. Like, oh my God, those guys are just so annoying. Just like, they haven't even seen the movie yet and they're just like dogging on it the whole time. So that's really annoying, but that's kind of like beside the fact. They will not trample on my fun. I am still super, super excited for this film, and just, yeah, I'm excited to see the official start of the DCU, and hopefully maybe other teases to like future films like Supergirl, or maybe a little Batman. We never know. But yeah, all in all, I am so hyped for this film. I'm really excited to see what James Gunn can do with like basically like one of the best superheroes of all time. So yeah, all in all, that is why this film comes in first place. It's out in a month, and I'm so hyped for it. That is my list. I would love to hear some of your most anticipated films of the second half of 2025. So I'll talk to you again soon, and farewell.